Shortest job next, SJN. When choose job to run, look at all process that ready state and dispatch the one with the smallest service time. We must assume that we know the service time. Consider it as a non-preemptive algorithm. A new job will not be given a change at the CPU until the current job finishes, even if new job is shorter.
Shortest job next. Same arrival time. All of the 5 jobs P1, P2, P3, P4, and P5 arrive at the same time. The operating system will compare to find out the shortest service time to execute. Therefore, job P2 will execute first job P5, next job P1, and continue and later follow by job P4 and P3.
Shortest job next. Different arrival time. Job P1 will arrive at 0 second and start first. The service of P1 is 100 seconds, so P2 which arrive at 70 seconds. P3 which arrive at 80 seconds will wait to execute. P1 complete at 100 seconds in the turnaround time is subtracted from completion time with arrival time. Therefore, the turnaround time of P1 is 100 seconds. After completion of job P1, the operating system compares the service time of job P2 and job P3. The P2 which has shorter service time is executed first. P2 then complete at 150 seconds. The turnaround time of P2 is 80 seconds. After that, job P3 executes. The service time of P3 is 330 seconds in the executing process of P3. Job P4 and P5 arrives. However, job P3 will continue execute until it finishes at 480 seconds. The turnaround time of P3 is 400 seconds. After the operating system compares the service time job P4 and job P5 to decide which job will be executed next. P5 will be selected because service time is shorter. P5 completes at 650 seconds and turnaround time is 380 seconds. Lastly, before we execute the completion time, it is at 850 seconds, whereas the turnaround time is 630 seconds. The average turnaround time for the whole system is 318 seconds.
Shortest remaining time. Shortest remaining time is a preemptive variant of shortest job next. It allows a job to be interrupted if a new job arrives with shorter remaining processing time of the current job. When dispatching jobs, it prioritizes based on each job's remaining process time instead of the original times. Job P1 will arrive at 0 seconds and start first. While executing P1, job P2 arrives at 40 seconds. Job P1 stops, and the remaining time becomes 100 seconds. After that, the operating system compares the remaining time of P1 and P2. P2 has shorter remaining time, so it executes first. P2 continues to execute until P3 reaches at 50 seconds. The system compares P2 and P3. P2 has shorter remaining time, therefore P2 continues to execute. P2 then completes at 115 seconds, and the turnaround time is the subtraction from the completion time with arrival time. After the operating system compares the remaining time between P1 and P3, P1 has shorter remaining time, so it executes first. The completion time is at 215 seconds, and the turnaround time is 215 seconds. After that, P3 will execute. It will execute until job 4 arrives at 300 seconds. The operating system then compares the remaining time of P3 and P4. P3 has shorter remaining time, therefore P3 continues to execute until P5 arrives at 315 seconds. The operating system compares the remaining time between P3 and P5. P5 has lower remaining time, therefore P5 executes first. The completion time of P5 is at 440 seconds, and the turnaround time is 125 seconds. The operating system then compares the remaining time of P3 and P4. P3 has shorter remaining time, therefore it executes first. The completion time of P3 is at 660 seconds, and turnaround time is 610 seconds. Lastly, before we execute, the completion time is at 940 seconds, and the turnaround time is at 640 seconds. The average turnaround time for the whole system is 333 seconds.